A rumor confirmed. While Tiana's Bayou Adventure stumbles, the Walt Disney Company is getting rid of an opening day attraction at Walt Disney World Resort in order to make way for a DVC lounge where people can sit down for a little while and maybe get some goldfish crackers. Let's talk about the management of the Walt Disney Company here on That Park Place. Hello, I am Jonas J. Campbell, an investigative reporter for That Park Place, and here with me is theme park guru, Mr. VashSky. Vash, you want to go out for some rootin' tootin' shooting out there in Frontierland?
I would love to, but it looks like we're going to have to do that at Disneyland going forward because at Walt Disney World, that might not be the case. And for the reasons, just so inexplicable, but we'll get into it.
Yep. Let's talk about this article from the Orlando Sentinel. We had heard rumors of this. I think WDWNT talked about this one. We talked about it on this channel. It wasn't a rumor that came from us, but we were hearing that Imagineering didn't really like the Frontierland shooting arcade. But here it is. Orlando Sentinel, Disney shutting down Frontierland shooting arcade this month. A shootin'. I didn't mean to put a G on there accidentally. Dwayne Bevel reporting for the Orlando Sentinel. Disney World plans to shut down an attraction that's been in operation for as long as the Magic Kingdom has been open. The Frontierland Shootin' Arcade, an Old West themed activity featuring infrared rifles, will close this month. Final day of operation will be June 23rd, Disney confirmed Tuesday. A Disney Vacation Club lounge will take over the space, which is lodged in a tucked-away stretch between the theme park's Diamond Horseshoe and Country Bear Jamboree attraction. It will have a decor inspired by the bygone era. Wow, this is an amazing little article here from a long-standing publication. A news release from DVC says, no opening date was available Thursday. It will be the first DVC lounge at Magic Kingdom. There are also lounges at the Imagination Pavilion at Epcot and at the top of Bay Lake Tower at Disney's Contemporary Resorts. I only have an issue with one of those there. The one at the Imagination Pavilion, that is... it's just kind of an empty space that they let you in. The DVC lounge here at Magic Kingdom sounds like it's the same. Vash, why are they getting rid of an attraction here and replacing it with a sit-down area?
You see, that is a contentious issue, and depending on who you ask, you get different answers. Now, obviously, look, we have worked in this space of Disney for quite a while here. We know the MO when it comes to attractions that feature, I don't know, something like firearms, right? Or something that could be controversial. But it's interesting because there are also people saying that, hey, look, listen, this might not have anything to do with those things at all. It might just be the maintenance that Disney doesn't want to necessarily upkeep. I'll go ahead and share my screen here for just a second, showing you a tweet from one Andy Castro. Now, Andy Castro, if you know his work, and he has contributed to my chat and other platforms before, you know that he's not necessarily inclined towards maybe the Second Amendment, right? But even he is suggesting that there might be another reason for this. This here from 21 Royal Street, Andy Castro. Seeing a lot of folks arguing the shooting gallery was dead because of firearms, climate, politics, etc. None of those things, surprisingly, are true, though. This is happening because Walt Disney World just doesn't want to pay to maintain it, and they can charge DVC more money to lease this space. It's a very interesting allegation here for sure. We can't necessarily check that here on That Park Place.
Right.
But, I think there is some evidence to suggest that maybe that is the case, because we have attractions right now that feature firearms in them. Jungle Cruise, for example, even when that was redone, they didn't necessarily get rid of the pistols featured in that attraction. You have attractions like Pirates of the Caribbean, right? And they are playing fast and loose with firearms as part of that. Rise of Resistance features stormtroopers firing E-11s at you.
There is one thing I'll point out there. There is a difference between space lasers and someone actually holding something that approximates a rifle in their hand. Putting one in the guest's hands is a little different than a space laser.
Well, I suppose, but you remember that even with Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, when they announced the opening of that attraction, and they showed, I believe, a piece of concept art showing the kind of the First Order outpost there. They had actual blasters in the concept art, and Disney was quick to point out, oh, no, we're not going to be selling blasters at all within Star Wars Galaxy's Edge when you actually visit. They're not even going to be on display. And yes, they weren't. So even Disney has their feelings on space lasers.
Yeah, I just had to say this. Like, you used to be able to take a fishing rod to Walt Disney World and go fishing in the park. That's how much freedom people had in the days of Disneyland. Those are obviously long gone, and safety concerns are different in the current culture. But at the same time, I just look at this and I think it's a shooting range. It's an infrared shooting range. It's nothing that you wouldn't see at a random arcade. In fact, you'd probably see much gorier images at any random arcade that you might go into, if such things still exist. Or are they forgetting, like Bob Iger said, that children play video games these days? That they spend a lot of their time in front of screens playing that Fortnite game. Are they is Disney gonna come in and say that they need to clean out Fortnite if they have a virtual Disney World that exists separate from and interacting with Fortnite, to paraphrase what Bob Iger said there? Are they also going to remove any firearms from that? This is silly. And of course, they're getting what everyone needs, a place where the rich people, and I say, I know some people who are pretty well off, maybe some people who are actually poor because they bought into DVC, but the rich people can go over there and have a place away from the poors, right?
Right. I mean, I suppose is the message that they're channeling here. You'll remember that Disney actually toyed with this idea when it came to Walt Disney World. They had like these, what is it? Not lounges, but they had these cabanas in Tomorrowland. Yeah. That's not the best optics right there for sure. Took that away. They have now more Club 33 locations at Walt Disney World, but they've been very hush-hush about that, and probably rightfully so. It's unfortunate that you take a space like this that, I don't know, it might have to do with obviously the current climate and the Walt Disney Company. I'll argue that, look, that these experiences shouldn't be so sanitized and safe and sterile. It's how you end up with Tiana's Bayou Adventure, actually.
Right. That actually is the same argument with Tiana's Bayou Adventure, was that it wasn't that they wanted Tiana's Bayou Adventure there. It seems like it was more that they wanted Splash Mountain gone. So, right. And this is a little teeny tiny microcosm of the same argument. So I can understand why people are so riled up about this little shooting range.
Exactly. And look, I think it could be a mixture of different issues here. I think maintenance does play a part in this. Now, remember, they used to be paid for target practice you used to have right there. But now, they turned them on to free. And that was an awesome thing. I guess, that may have cut into the maintenance budget for this attraction. So maybe they want to get rid of it. I don't know. But changing it over to a space that's exclusive only towards your DVC guests, and people are defending this and stuff like this. Oh, well, we need a place to sit down or whatever. It's like, well, it's not open to everybody. Not everybody can get in here. It's going to be exclusionary.
It's not the best look for Disney to take something and essentially paywall it as they're trying to expand their DVC offerings. I don't think many people are going to go, oh, well, there's an exclusive. You can get some free soda in there. You can get some goldfish crackers. That's it's not really that amazing. It's something that can be done almost anywhere. At your local Burger King with $5, you can get more value than sitting down in this one space over here in the middle of Pecos Bills and the Diamond Horseshoe. They say it's tucked away. It's not really that tucked away.
No, it's in the middle of Frontierland. It's in the middle of this whole... I'll probably put an image on screen right there just to give you an understanding of, like, it's in the middle of the entire west side of this theme park. It's not off to the edge. You could at least make the argument for the cabanas that was off to the side of Space Mountain. You had to go way far just to even get to them. But this is in the middle of what is an amazing setting for a theme park to have, and yet we're going to take that out and give it only to the deluxe. That's, not a good transaction.
It's not cool. It's not cool. And it's part of the continuing trend of Walt Disney just taking things away as opposed to actually building something new, something interesting. A DVC lounge is not interesting. No one is impressed by the existence of a DVC lounge. Everyone says, well, it seems like you're just trying to get rid of this other thing. So I don't know. I'm trying to find something to compare it to here. Obviously, this was not a major attraction. It's just more of the same from the same lame company. And really, when it comes down to it, the Walt Disney Company needs to stop being viewed as a company that is lame. And if you want to comment on any of this yourself, is this something that we're just overreacting to? We're a bunch of man babies crying about losing a shooting arcade that we probably didn't even go to ourselves very often. Hey, maybe I got myself a girlfriend there one time on a camp trip. Who knows? Who knows? You can learn a little bit more about Jonas Campbell every single day here on That Park Place. But that being said, throw us your comments in the comment section down below. Let us know your thoughts. Like this video if you like this video. Hey, you can even dislike it if you want. I won't mind. And of course, consider subscribing to That Park Place for all the news that should be fun.
Thanks for watching That Park Place News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media account.